You must be Connor. We've been raring to finally meet you. My name's Catherine, and this is Diana. We're the wives of those two blockheads who cut trees.
Nice to meet you. We've heard so much of you from the boys. Glad to finally put a face to the name.
The pleasure is mine.
We were just discussing how nice this bit of territory is, on a river with nobody upstream. I won't lie, Godfrey's letter had me a little worried, but now that we're here and settled, I must say I'm rather happy.
They had us on this plot north of Champlain that was a tangle of rock and bramble. Ugh, horrible place. It's a real treat to be able to walk up the hill and take in the ocean.
Your husbands must keep you busy.
Nothing we can't handle, Connor. The boys think they run the show, but the real bosses are right in front of you.
I do not doubt it.
New trophy unlocked at the manor. You had a random conversation. I mean, I assume that that's what these these letters are the people. So this is it Diane or Diana?
If you insist.
I've already forgotten. And this was
Nice to see you on this farm.
Cassandra? So maybe she's psychic, but no one believes her. Right. We are heading for the next mission thing. Which is, I don't know, follow the road vaguely. Because I know I don't need to explore this whole area. We've already got access to. Oh, there's a house over there. Let's go and explore. Let's see what we can see. Roll into a bush. I meant to do that. Right. No. Let's do this properly, Connor. No, Connor. Right. Come on. Connor. Right. And then we want to get to here. What do you mean? What do you mean there's nowhere from here? Oh. I thought you might have dodged around it. There's nothing over that way. I want to get up to this little house marker on the thing, but it's up this cliff. Okay, I think we have to go around this way. I normally don't do much when it comes to doing this, like, side things in Assassin's Creed games. Normally I just go for the story. Ah. Oh, there's a road over there. That's probably much more sensible, and probably the way I'm actually meant to go with this. Connor, that's... Oh no, it's about a foot drop. No. Probably a little less. I don't know. There's a mountain. Ah. Oh, house. There's a house. Oh. Wolves. Wolves. You coming for me? I'm ready for you. Come on. I can take you. It's B and then something else. Pay attention. Come on, you can do this. I could probably shoot him, actually. Skin the wolf. Hooray! I completed a challenge. Without even trying. Right, so there's a house around here somewhere. Over on the left. That's not a house. This isn't a house. Whoa, 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 what are you doing? Okay. How do I counter? How do I counter? I can't remember. Ah. Right. Oops. I assume these guys are bandits. I might be wrong. Oh dear. Okay. Okay, I can't kill these fellas for some reason. Okay, yeah, I can. Right, these guys are dealt with. Help the stranger! Help the stranger. I will.
Thank you. Thank you.
Are you all right?
I think so. Didn't do much to me aside from a good scare. Blackguards.
What did they want with you?
My purse, which was meager, and they decided to punish me for their trouble. Silly, really. My tools and equipment were worth a king's share to the right man. In any case, I had best get on my way. It's a long walk to the nearest inn. I thank you again for your kindness.
Have you no home?
Oh, well, I was a proud resident of Boston until recently, but I'm not a supporter of His Majesty, and, well, I was forced out of my woodshop and home by loyalists.
There are plenty around here who could use the services of a skilled craftsman if you were looking for somewhere to settle.
Is that right? I may look into that.
Oh. Oh, the thing happened. What? Lance can now craft woodwork such as crates and barrels. Okay. House party! Woo! A party that involves only crates and barrels. Probably not the right word. I don't know what this is for. I'm standing on his table. Table. How do I craft? Why would I need crates and barrels? Maybe there's something about this game I don't fully understand yet. Like stealth. Yes. So, where did my brain go? Ah, yes. My brain was thinking about the war. The American War of Independence. Of course, that's what I'm thinking about with this game. And I remember one of the websites I go on occasionally is called Board Game Geek, which has a sister site called Video Game Geek, which I also frequent. And one thing they asked, because they have like a little section about war games, which obviously looking into the history and looking into wars and whatnot. And one of the things was, how could the British have won the American War for Independence? And there's a lot of umming and ahhing, but the principal argument, and it's one I agree with, is that the only way that the British Empire could have kept the 13 colonies would have been to acquiesce to their demands for political reform. That's my thought. It's just, you're fighting these people in their home territory, essentially. And you've got an army that is at probably that is at several days and possibly weeks length for a supply run. Yeah, let's head to the frontier. So anything they need is going to have to be, they're going to have to send you a message on a ship. I assume that's a horse. Is going to take a ship for the message to get to get over to London, and then from there it's going to take the same amount of time coming back with their reply and anything you request. So it's going to... Ooh, red dot. Is that a... Right, I assume we're just heading... Are we heading on to Boston? Looks like it. Loads of random things, but there are some interactive conversations we should probably partake of. Ooh! I don't know what that is. That's a harbour master. Do I head down there? Sure. Let's follow this path and see where we end up. But yeah. So and especially with the fact that what historically happened and why it became an outright victory rather than more of a kind of quagmire type situation was France, Spain, and the Netherlands. So the French, Spanish, and Dutch empires saw the British Empire being quite busy doing something and took the chance to try and profit from that. So Kanienka. So I don't think there's any way that the British could actually win this war. If you disagree with me, feel free to comment. Not that I need to tell people to disagree with me in the comments. I hear roaring. I hear roaring. Oh no! Drums. Drums in the deep. Okay, we'll keep going. And you're a merchant. I will. Yeah, it's not really made to be passed. Well, that's probably the worst place to actually meet someone, isn't it? So yeah, I don't really think that the British have had any chance. I mean, what they could have done is just gone, what we're going to do is... Oh, there's a house. Is they could have... Oh, no, I don't want to get into a fight. I'm just... Run! I don't want to fight! Uh-oh. I think probably the best way for the British to avoid the war would be to acquiesce. And say, okay, so each of the colonies, I think, well, each of the 13 colonies gets to send a representative or representatives who get a vote in Parliament. And then, of course, because that'd be easy to manipulate. Small number of people. You've still got an awful. Oh dear. Oh dear. Uh oh. Oh, I made a mistake. Run. Avoid people. This is what we learn. Avoid people. But I mean, like, raccoons. But I mean, like, if you brought along what? I'm just trying to think. I don't know how many MPs they would have had at that in that period. Like, currently we've got like 600. So even if you do it based on population, you probably still get a decent. Oh dear. Alright, or do I want to go to this homestead mission though? Just all the way over here. Hunting Society to tea. Or do I just go straight to Boston? I think we'll just head straight to Boston, shall we? We'll just go across if we can. Okay, let's go to the road. That probably sounds safe. Oh dear. Oh dear, that's a cliff. It's a cliff. Because I mean, like, okay, assuming you've got, oh, I don't know, They would have had they would have had somewhere in the hundreds. So even if you add, I don't know, 2 for each colony. So 13 colonies, you've just added 26 people. So you've not added any kind of population metric. Then what you've done is you've just watered down, you've just added less than a quarter of the number of MPs. I don't know exactly how many there were at this time. I should look that up. That'd probably be really useful to know for this kind of thing. So you're only adding a small number, and they're not going to always agree on everything. In principle, they're not going to agree with everything on the pro-colony bills. Of course, they're going to agree on those, but in general, they're not going to agree with everything that's put forward. So this wasn't the horse I had, was it? I don't know. So while yes, you've just given the colonies a degree of power, it's not an inordinate amount of power. It doesn't actually give them power over, well, I'm going to dismount. See you later, I think. It's not an amount of power that's actually going to change anything. But you've given them what they've asked for. I mean, some of them may see through it, but you may be able to just... But then the war of PR is on your side. You asked for representation, we've given it to you, and blah, 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 blah. And now you're demanding more and more and more. So things like that. The problem with that, and probably why that wouldn't happen, would probably be because... Hello, cat. Would probably be because if you did that for the 13 colonies, why don't you do that for Canada, for India, for Australia, all the various, like any of the African colonies? There's so many different colonies. How many MPs would you then be adding for them? But then the problem becomes, how long can they stay legitimately in their colonies if they've got to be staying and voting as an MP in London? So then they just become another MP rather than a representative of their people and the colony. But then that's not the British government's fault. You know, we gave you an MP. You've asked for MPs. We've given them to you. It's not our fault you don't like them. Of course, people would get a chance to vote on them based on how much money they had and if they were men and other such bizarre limitations that were around at that point. And is there anything around here I should be looking into? It's Harbour Master. I can go and do more harbour missions. There's the tunnel, and there's the other one. I don't see the point in going to any of them.